for Jamie. Okay. So let's talk about verbs and the word conjugation. So conjugation, what does it mean to you?
So you need to add an ending. Change the ending
Change the ending of what?
of the verb.
How do you know? Based on what?
The person?
Huh?
Person.
Person.
Based on time, right? Past or
No.
present.
This is the present tense, so like it's not to do with time. What is the change of the verbs?
Which person?
It changes according to the person.
Which person?
The article.
Subject.
Yeah.
Right? So it's according to the subject. So we have the first person, which is ich. Second person, which is du. The third person, which is SC. The fourth person, which is wir. The fifth person, which is ihr. And the sixth person, which is sie or sie. The first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth forms. We have these verbs, we'll start with them. So if we had the verb gehen with ich, what would be the conjugation? I'm going.
Gehe. Ich gehe.
So the rule is that you drop the en and add an e. Or you could drop the n, but it's actually more useful to drop the en and add an e. What's the do form?
Du gehst.
Du gehst. The third form?
Yes, geht.
Get.
Geht. The fourth form?
Gehen.
The fifth form?
Geht.
And the sixth form?
Gehen.
Again.
So as it happens, verbs are pretty easy in German. The fourth and the sixth are always the same, and they're always the infinitive except in one verb. So we haven't got a lot to say about them, and I don't spend a lot of time on them. Virtually nothing. The third form and the fifth form are both to do with T, and in this case, they're both the same, gate. So do you think that the fifth form is the same as the third form?
What do you mean by that?
If this was the only verb you've ever seen, you would say the fifth form was the same as the third form.
I guess it depends on the subject, right?
Doesn't depend on the
It
subject.
depends on the verb.
Depends on the verb. So, when we take a verb like this, the ich form, the first form is going to be what?
Gebe.
Gebe.
Gebe, the second form,
Gebst.
and the third form,
Gibt.
and the fifth form,
Gibt.
get. So the answer is that the second form, if there's going to be a change, the change will be in the second form and it'll be a vowel change. If the vowel changes in the second form, it will also change in the third form. In the fifth form, the vowel will go back to the original vowel. That is always so. That is never not the case. The fifth form is very easy. The exception being the verb sein. Okay, this one, schlafen, ich.
Ich schlafe.
Schlafe, ich schlafe, du.
Schläft.
Schläfst.
Schläfst. And this one?
Schläft.
Schläft.
schläft, because if the second form changes, the third form changes. The fifth form,
Schlaft.
schläft. The vowel goes back to the original vowel. These ones, sehen, ich sehe, ihr seht, du
Siehst.
Siehst.
Du siehst und sie
Sieht.
Sieht.
lesen,
Liest.
least, and this one
It.
is also least. This is least. This is least. This is less. Less
Less.
goes back to what it was before, the original vowel with a T. The second and the third can be the same if there's an S in the middle of the verb. This one, passen, to suit.
Past.
Past, the third form.
Past.
Past.
And the fifth form.
Past.
Fast.
Therefore, it's possible for the second form, the third form, and the fifth form to be the same, unusually, but possible. Fasten is the same as that. Lassen,
Leest.
Lest.
laced, and
Lest.
laced, and this one,
Last.
last, exactly. Schließen,
Schließt.
Least.
schließt, and the third form,
Least.
Liest.
schließt, and the fifth form.
Yes. Least.
Schließt. This one, essen,
Ist.
ist. This is ist. That's
Ist.
a very unusual. This is ist. What's the fifth form?
Est.
Est. Wechseln, wechseln. What's the second form?
Mhm.
Wechselst.
Wechselst, the third form.
Wechselst.
Wechselt.
Wechselt, the fifth form.
Wechselt.
Wechselt,
first
the
form?
first form.
Wechselt.
Excella.
You think it's that, but it's not that. It's just that.
Wechsel.
Wechsler. The E disappeared. Segen, it doesn't tell us anything new. This one, wissen, unusual.
Weiß.
Ich weiß.
Ich weiß. And this one, the third form,
Weiß.
is also weiß. So that's unusual because the first form is the same as the third, which is the same pattern which we're going to see in modals. That's about as complicated as it gets. With separating verbs, these ones separate. These are separators. You know how to identify which ones are separators based on the prefix. The prefix, all of the A's, for instance, are separators. If the, by and large, if the prefix is a preposition, it separates. By and large. So I collect the kids.
Ich hole die Kinder ab.
Ich hole die Kinder ab. I'm starting swimming.
Ich fange zu schwimmen an.
Has anybody watched the videos on the noun gender?
And the noun gender?
On neuter.
There's two videos
I-
on noun gender.
No, I just watched the neuter one. I thought that was what the homework was.
There's two. There's that one and there's the other one.
Okay. I need to watch the
So-
second.
So the other one is feminine and masculine, obviously. So you know, if you watch the neuter one, you know what gender that is, do you?
Neuter.
It's neuter. That is a verb which has been turned into a noun. Julia, would you mind adjusting your camera, please?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. Ik vang het zum schwimmen aan. That's a very useful construction. So verbs can become nouns by capitalizing them, and they become neuter. Zum schwimmen. I'm stopping. I'm quitting smoking.
Wir hören zum Rauchen auf.
Wir hören zum Rauchen auf, and we're gonna. Who's trying out this car? Somebody. C could be either they, could be you, could be she. Which do you want it to be?
Probiert das neue Auto aus.
Sie probiert das neue Auto aus. These ones, you could join them up. So, what would you join with bringen?
Mitbringen.
Mit.
Mitbringen. What do you join with bereiten?
Vorbereiten.
What do you join with sehen?
Ansehen.
Could be ansehen, but I haven't given you an. Huh?
Umsehen.
Umsehen with marken.
Mitmachen.
Zumachen.
Oh.
Could be mitmachen, could be zumachen. This one kaufen.
Einkaufen.
Vorkauf. Oh.
I don't know what vorkaufen is. Einkaufen, I know. Legen,
Hinlegen.
hinlegen. Okay, so hin is an interesting prefix. It's not a preposition. It's not really translatable in English, but it's really cool. So if you hold up your fingers so they face the sky, point at the screen, and say hin, 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 hin. Hin is that way. Put your fingers up in the air, point at yourself.
Her.
Hair, 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 hair. Hin, hair, hin. Hinlegen means to lie down. It's a reflexive, hinlegen. Oh yeah, I think we've forgotten to do the reflexive pronouns. Where is the reflexive pronouns?
Didn't we work on that shortly last time?
Did we?
I thought so. I thought that's what, I don't know. Didn't we?
No.
Okay.
Did we, Julia?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think that we did. Okay, these ones don't separate, so they just don't separate. So let's have a new. Let's continue with this topic. Oh, I think maybe it comes next. Let's see. To do. To do. Yeah. Ah, that's good. So that pleases me. New share this. Okay. So choose a verb, write the shortest possible sentence, write another sentence, try to use it with an object, an adjective or an adverb. So yeah, basically language is made up of nouns and verbs, and making sentences is what you want to be able to do. But we're not going to do that. We'll probably do that Monday. This is sich. Reflexive pronouns. So like, you know this, ich, mich, mir, du, dich, dir, wir, uns, ihr, euch, euch. All the other ones are sich. These. This is sich. This is sich. This is obviously capitalized. So what does that mean? If you see a verb that says like that, sich fühlen, it's a reflexive verb and it needs, well, if you look at the dictionary, if you look at Reverso, which is a dictionary that I recommend, you'll see that a verb can be, it's noted like this. No, this. Verb reflexive, sich fühlen. That means if you know, you can often use them not in a reflexive form. A few of them have to have the reflexive form. So this one, if he feels, what's this one?
Not well.
Yeah, he's not feeling good. So what would it be?
Fühlt sich unwohl.
Hold on, Shelley, because Billing's speaking.
Sorry.
Fühlt
Sich
unwohl. Yeah, what would it be if it was ich?
Ich fühle mich.
Yeah, ich fühle mich. Ich fühle mich. So the only ones where there's a chance that it could be different is in ich and du, where you might have to make a choice as to whether it's row 2 or row 3, which I'll show you. What's this one, Julia?
I don't know.
What do you suppose it is? Nice word. You know the verb nutzen? Huh?
Mhm.
What's
No.
nutzen?
Nutzlos is like useless and
Useless. Not useful. Somebody feels not useful. Julia? Like who? Who do you want it to be? It can be
Yes.
wir.
Wir fühlen uns nutzlos.
Wir fühlen uns nutzlos. And this one, Shelley, you want to guess what that word means?
Miserable.
Yeah, dark miserable. So if it was, so they feel
Then it would be
crap.
die fühlen sich miserable.
Yeah, miserable. Sie fühlen sich. So yeah, pretty easy. But here it can be a bit different. So ansehen by itself without reflexive is this verb transitive. It means it works with an object. This is the object without a preposition. It means to attract. So what would it be? It could be anything. It could be zieht Aufmerksamkeit an. He attracts attention. If you add the sich, it means to get dressed or to put something on. So in this case, somebody's getting dressed. Belen. So who shall be getting dressed? Yeah, okay. So sieht
sich an.
sich an, and he puts his jacket on.
Also, er zieht sich eine Jacke an.
Yeah, but now what happens if I change this to ich?
Ich sehe mich.
Ich sehe mich an, but what happens here?
Ich sehe mich.
This becomes mehr. So This is like I put my jacket on. I don't make this the possessive of meine, because the possession is shown by the mir. The mir allows you to attach the jacket to it. Mir eine Jacke.
Why is it row
Mich
4
doesn't.
row 3?
Sorry?
Why like the STM meer eine Jacke aan is row 3?
I was just explaining that.
Okay.
Ik zie mich an. I get dressed. This is I put a jacket on. You can't attach a jacket to mich. This doesn't have a connector. This has no connector. How can I make a connector? Look. This is a connector. This is a connector. This doesn't exist. This has no, it's like coronavirus. It doesn't have a kind of grippy thing. This has a grippy thing. This allows you to attach the jacket to it. Ik zie mir eine Jacke an. I guess you need to see another example of that. He's getting washed. Julia, he's washing.
Wascht.
Wäscht.
Waschte sich.
Wäscht.
Wäscht sich.
Wäscht sich. He's washing his face.
Wäscht sich. Gesicht.
The face. Das Gesicht. I'm getting, or you're getting washed. Du wäscht dich. You're washing your face. Du, what's that going to be?
Dear.
Yes. Well done. That's the same as this. The same idea. If this is in brackets, it means you can use it without the reflexive form. So he can wash his car. Wascht das Auto. Not wascht sich das Auto, because the car isn't a part of him. The car is an external object. Well, we just did that. These are the three helper verbs, which you have to know. I'm sure you do know. Maybe you shouldn't know. Haben, we do them together. Ready? Let's go. Ich habe, du.
Hast.
Hast.
Sie.
Sie.
Hat.
Hat. And this one?
Habt.
Habt. Right. This is kind of unexpected because there's no be. And there's no be there. Sein, ich.
Ich bin. Du bist.
Ist.
Sind.
Seid.
Sind.
Sind. This one?
Seid.
Yeah. Seid. This one is sind. Jamie, I'm assuming that you're good with these. Werde. What does werde mean?
I will.
Huh? What does it mean?
Will.
We?
Will. It's like I will. Blah blah blah. Ich werde.
Oh, no. Look, Werden is a magician. One of the things it does is, as a helper verb, it makes the future. It also does the conditional and the passive, but that's by the by. This is what it means.
To become.
To become. Also, in English, we go to get, which is why it's got a false friend, and the false friend is bekommen. Bekommen is to get or to receive. By just sitting back By just sitting back and it comes to you. That's becoming. That's not go and get. Go and get is holen. That's a different verb. Werden is to become. But it's also to get, in the sense of to get sick, get tired, get angry. What's the second form?
Willst.
Bird.
Yes, wirst. And the third form?
It.
Werden.
Wild.
It's wird. Did you get that? And the fifth form?
Wild.
No, there's no need to think about this. I told you what the rule is for the fifth form. It's always the same. Oh, I see what you said. Did you say that?
I did, but apparently it's not right.
Yeah, it's not that, because you can't have DT.
Bert.
No,
Okay.
werdet.
Werdet.
Werdet. Okay, these are the modal verbs. Yeah. This one, dürfen, means
May.
können,
Be able.
to be able to. Mögen is like. Müssen is
To have to.
to have to. Sollen is always a.
Should.
Huh?
Should.
Should.
No, it's shall.
Mhm.
And wollen
Want.
is want. Okay, so there's a reason why you think that's should. Should is the conditional of shall. Should. I should do it. I shall do it, or I should do it. Sollen is really shall. But this, sollte, is should. So there's some conditionals that you already know, that you already use. I'm sure you're familiar with sollte. So what was interesting about the verb wissen was that 1 and 3 are the same. That's the same with all modals. All modals, 1 and 3 is the same. Können, most people believe that this is translated as can, and it is. In the first and third forms, it's can. But it's way better to think of it as to be able to. Can will let you down. To be able to won't. This one, so like the vowel changed. And the first and the third are the same, but the second is always with ST. Counts. So this one,
Mag.
mag, and so this pattern repeats, mag. This one,
Darf.
darf, this pattern repeats, darf. This one,
Muss.
muss, with or without an umlaut.
Without.
Muss, and muss. This one,
Soll.
soll and soll, and want.
Var.
Will.
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 Will and will. So, like, they almost, all of them change the vowel except soll. All of them, the second form is easy to do. It's whatever it was with an ST. This is max. This is just T, because you can't have 3 T's. This is sourced. This is fixed. This, you also know the conditional of this, which you will be familiar with, is would like. Would like is
Möchte.
möchte.
Möchten.
Möchte is the conditional of mögen. Darf, the conditional, that's a conditional that's also important. That's to be able to, but could is the conditional of this, and that's, do you want to guess?
Könnte.
Könnte star. So we're not doing conditionals, but you already know these three, and that's where they fit. Okay, we'll stop for now, and we'll come back to finish it off on Monday. Okay? Make sure you watch the video on the gender of masculine and feminine nouns.
Okay.
Okay.
All right?
Weekend.
Okay.
Tschüss.
Schönes Wochenende.
Tschüss, schönes Wochenende.
Okay.